to, well, be sure that every achievement in the game gets completed. A world awoken, we still require reach. Not reach from Halo, that would be cool. No, it's just forbidden reach. And we need to find treasures. There are 12 in total, 3 we already have. Let's talk about the treasures of the forbidden reach. So first, the various treasures have each several spawn locations, with the exception of the Forbidden Horde. They are not marked on your map. So it's a bit of a problem finding them. However, there is an item that's going to make it much easier finding them. And that item is called a Reliquary Scroll of Perception, which marks on the minimap treasures for 1 hour. You will talk to Cataloger Dela, and she will sell you the Reliquary Scroll of Perception for 2,000 Elemental Overflow. Just do it. Otherwise, just do it. Anyway, so, where are the treasures? So the Forbidden Horde can spawn all over Reach, but it gets notification. It creates a notification that you will know. You always know where the Forbidden Horde is. For example, there it is right now. And then we have the Obsidian Coffer. Also spawns all over Reach. However, it's usually near war crashes. Then we have the Bone Pile. Also spawns all over Reach. A little bit more common on Dragon Skull Island. However, that could be anecdotal. We have the Irontide Stash. Spawns on small islands and coasts where the Irontide pirates are found. We have the Stone-Scaled Cannon. A spawn all over the Storm Sunder crater in front of the Siege Crasher. We have the Frozen Heart Cairn. Also spawns all over the Storm Sunder crater in front of the Siege Crasher, as well as Froststone Peak. Then we have the Avian Trove. The Avian Trove spawns all over Reach, usually near the base of trees. The Spellsworn Reserves spawns in the War Crasher near all the elite Spellsworn mobs. The Fast-Scale Cache spawns anywhere where you can find fast-scale Naga, like the Siege Crasher or the eastern shores of the Reach. The Storm Eater Cairn spawns all over the Storm Sunder crater in front of the Siege Crasher. The Blazing Cairn spawns all over the Storm Sunder crater in front of the Siege Crasher. And the Morgut Provisions... well... I have a location, 3678, but that's just one spawn, so it's probably random. Anyway, we're going to activate the scroll now, and then we're just going to fly around and hope that we find a couple of these treasures. There's nothing else you can do. I mean, you can check every spot on the island. You can invest 200 hours for it, but I would just recommend that you use the Scroll of Perception. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste potential spawn locations to give you an idea. That is not a guarantee. So this was not one of those we needed. It's just a smaller one that we also need for the achievement. You need to find 20 smaller treasures, so this is not bad. So that was Bone Pile. Okay, that's another bone pile, okay. So those two treasures we're going to eventually find once we go into the Warcraft, but for now we're going to attempt to find what we can outside.